Hi guys, welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. I'm here one video after I made the cluster grenade video where I maxed out my cluster grenade, and a lot of people came back and said, wait, I use it all the time. I love it. It's really good. So maybe I just am unaware, but it seems like every ability that I use and I max out, people come back and say, yeah, it's really good when it's maxed out, or it's really good with this troop combination. So I'm starting to think all of these abilities are good. But you know what? I have to stick by my gut and say Iron Will just is still garbage. I don't know if I'll ever do a video where I max out Iron Will, but I just don't like Iron Will. I just do not think it's a very good ability. We're going to load up tanks in today's video. Let's boost up our resource reward. And the reason I want to bring tanks is because in my video a couple days ago, I made a statement saying Crystal Critters are the worst ability. The worst hero ability. I guess it'd be behind Iron Will, because Iron Will I still think is worse than Crystal Critters even. I just don't like Iron Will. So that being said, I'm gonna try to use gold reward, Power Stone chance. Let's go, Power Stone chance. That being said, I'm gonna try to use the Crystal Critters with all tanks. People saying that they really liked Crystal Critters all said bring all tanks. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna load up all tanks, have all tanks, gotta bring Crystal Critters, and I'm gonna try my best to use them. But typically when I bring tanks, I don't really spend energy on Dr. Kavan abilities. If I even bring Dr. Kavan, usually I'm bringing Bullet or something. But yeah, I'll give you my reasons why I don't like Crystal Critters. One, they disappear after a short period of time, which is fine. That's not something you can use to diss a troop if the troop is really, really good. So I'm not going to use that against the Crystal Critters. That's just one of the reasons I don't really like them. It's kind of annoying that the critters disappear. Two, I just don't think they heal up that much. And let's go look at the stats after this attack and see how much HP exactly they heal up. But I just feel like it's not that much, and I might be wrong. So let's go look. And obviously at a maxed out Dr. Kavan, you're gonna get way more healing power. Maxed out Crystal Critters, you're gonna get way more healing power, and it's gonna help you a lot more. But that's not a luxury I have right now because I don't have maxed out Crystal Critters. So right now, let's see what we have. We have 4 critters spawned, 30 healing per second. So that is 120 HP a second. That's really, really bad. That's really bad. Now, again, that is level 1, and even upgrading it to level 2 gets you a 50% boost in healing power. So I can understand why upgrading it would be good. So I'm not going to diss it too much because I feel like the people that really, really like it with all tanks are probably people that have it maxed out or have it high upgraded, highly leveled. Who knows? Maybe I'll max out my Crystal Critters and we can see if they're actually good, which will be interesting. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if they would be good or not. You can see the little guys coming in here. They're just not very good. I think we also have a new troop, so I didn't really want to do the whole video with Crystal Critters. You kind of saw my point. Kind of saw why I don't like the Crystal Critters. You also have to think about it like, are there any other hero abilities that would be better than Crystal Critters? Because yeah, you can have a really good ability and say, oh, this ability works really well with this troop combination. But if there's a better hero ability, you should just use that. You shouldn't bother with this ability. And in my mind, just from what I've seen today and what I've seen in the past couple of years that Crystal Critters have been out for, I just prefer bringing Bullet energy drink over Crystal Critters. I think I lose way less tanks when I have Bullet energy drink. I think it's way better. So I'm going to stick with energy drink when I use all tanks, but if you guys have a highly upgraded Crystal Critters and like them a lot, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Okay, I think we also have a new troop, right? Yeah, we have the Stunner, and I've heard this troop is garbage. We're going to see for ourselves. I heard it's really bad. So if we look at the stats, first of all, it looks really cool. Kudos to Boom Beach for bringing out a new proto troop. 1 damage per second. So it does no damage per second. It shoots 12.8 seconds between shots. I know a lot of people are annoyed by that right now, because that is a lot of time that is wasted between shots. I'm curious if he shocks a single building like a tiny shock, or if he just tosses a regular shock. Because if there are 4 of them and they toss a regular shock, that might be decent. But from what I've heard, people don't like the sky. So let's jump into an attack and I can try him out. We didn't even get to make a sneak peek for this troop, and even if it was bad, I don't know if I would have wanted to be honest. So in my opinion, guys, and we've kind of brought this up with the Boom Beach team before. Oh, frick, I forgot to bring energy drink, or second wind. I really want second wind. Okay, so they're tossing real shocks. Obviously, they're not the level of shocks I have. Again, they're firing every freaking 12.8 seconds, which I understand that a little bit because, okay, we're just gonna spawn some Crystal Critters. We're gonna shock some things. Why is nothing getting shocked right now? I literally have a bunch of these guys and none of them are firing. That's literally the most annoying thing ever. So the issue there is they just fire too infrequently. But I understand why they wanted to have a troop that fires pretty infrequently, because if they're tossing shocks and the shocks are shocking for 5 seconds, 8 seconds or whatever, they want time between those shocks. Otherwise, it'll just be a continuous boost of or a continuous freeze of defenses forever, and that's just not going to work, and they're definitely not going to pull that off in the game. So that's why they probably did it, but in my opinion, proto troops should be very overpowered. They should be so overpowered that everyone uses them for a week. They shouldn't be garbage, so no one uses them for a week. I'm talking about the engineers. I'm talking about probably the zombie riflemen. Actually, the zombie riflemen were decent. Why does this keep falling? I need to get a better setup. My camera keeps falling down. There's a long history with really bad proto troops, and I'm sick of it, to be honest. There's just so many bad ones. I really just want a few good ones. But that's okay, because we like the game. We're gonna keep making content. It's just a little bit annoying when they keep bringing out these really bad proto troops. I'm hoping they'll do better next time. We've gotten some very overpowered proto troops in the game. I don't know if they're just trying to keep the top meta as balanced as they possibly can, or if they think it'd be a good troop and then it is kind of just garbage. I'm curious. I wonder which of those it would be. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the stunners, to be honest. 2 boats even. I have 8 down. I should have a continuous line of shocks, but I don't. It's fine. It's fine. They're not as bad as I thought they would be. The engineers are still way worse. I can already tell. And the stunners. So I guess it could be worse. So let me know down below if you guys agree with me that proto troops should be very overpowered. They're only here for a week, so it's not really doing that much damage if they are very overpowered. I think everyone should be able to play with them and have fun with them. We can make content with them. There's so much we can do. So that's just my personal onion. Let me know down below what you guys think. But I know a lot of the Boom Beach community is a little disappointed with them. But let's move on. Let's move on. Get rid of... Oh my gosh, that was a ton of loot. Look at this loot. Come on. 1 million wood. 1.7 million gold. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Okay. Do one more attack. This guy's going to be really easy. One of the reasons why the stunner doesn't work so well is his long shock time, obviously. But what happens is the buildings are getting destroyed. They're firing at the buildings are getting destroyed. They have to move up. If they're constantly walking, they're never going to sit down and reset and wait 12 seconds to fire. I think actually they will be waiting those 12 seconds as they're walking, but still, if they're walking for 15 seconds straight, they're not going to be able to get a fire or shot off. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're just so infrequent and they're just not very good. That's definitely a good reason. But you know what? We got a lot of gold. I'm happy with it. Let's do one more attack, I think. Let's do one more attack. Let's just do a warrior attack to speed things up a little, because you know what? I feel like I haven't gotten many attacks in today. Let's find myself a higher level player. Level 69, not very high level, but we'll attack him nonetheless. So how are you guys liking the stunners? I am curious to know. And also, how do you feel about the crystal critters? I am also curious to know. So I might go on and max out my crystal critters next. So here's the deal. I've maxed out all of my Everspark abilities. Shoot, that's not good. I maxed out all of my Everspark abilities. Oh, that's not good either. Two massive mistakes. I've maxed out all of my my main abilities, the strong abilities, which is energy drink, battle orders, the two main ones, and second wind, the three main ones. And then I've done a couple, I guess only one fun one. I mean, one of Eversparks was fun. But yeah, the cluster grenade. So I could go and upgrade Iron Will and max Iron Will out, but I don't really want to max out Iron Will. I think it's still going to be garbage, although that's what I've thought about a lot of different ones, but I'm pretty convinced Iron Will is still going to be garbage. So I think probably Crystal Critters is the way to go. I know a lot of people like Shock Knuckles. I'm not a huge fan. Don't really want to do that upgrade. Let's start this. Of course, it's going to be a while. I need a lot more tokens, so don't expect a video anytime soon for Crystal Critters, but maybe eventually I'll be able to put out something. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here's my base. 2 top level shock launchers, and I'm going to push, and 1 maxed out rocket launcher. I'm going to do a couple more attacks, try to farm up about 2.5 million of each loot, and then we'll get another rocket launcher upgraded. So I hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like if you did, and I'll talk to you guys next time.